People are being stubborn at this point to be trying to look back to last year. I'm tired of hearing about it. How many weeks do you have to go through this year before it's this year? It's not last year anymore. I don't understand the need to talk about last year anymore when we're 8 games approaching the 9th game of the new year. Like, I could not imagine you going out for a dinner for your 2nd anniversary with your new girlfriend and you're worried about your old girlfriend still. That's old stuff. You are deep into this season. It is not early anymore. 8 games plus a bye week. And some people are being so stubborn, and I know why you're doing it. It's because some of you deep down hate fun. You know who I know hates fun that works here? Andrew Salciunas. He doesn't enjoy fun. That's why he's an old person already at a young age, because he doesn't enjoy fun. He's a fun policeman, all right? So he's bringing up last year, and I notice a lot of people go with him. Now, I got to ask some questions right at the top. And Ricky and Savannah, you guys can help me out with some answers to this question. Last season, was Kellen Moore the offensive coordinator?
No.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. Last year, was Vic Fangio the defensive coordinator?
No.
Well,
Last year, was Saquon Barkley on this team?
no,
Definitely not.
he was on Big Blue.
Was Quinyon Mitchell and or either one, Cooper DeJean, on this team last year?
I know the
No.
answer. They were in college.
Oh, okay. So last year was Bond and Dean the starting linebacker tandem last season?
No.
They weren't?
No, they were not.
Okay. Oh, what I thought. All right. Mekhi Becton, the right guard, was he here last season?
Nope.
Well, he wasn't.
He was here.
No, he wasn't.
He was here, wasn't he?
No.
He just didn't play?
He was on the Jets. He's not here.
Oh, you're right. All right, my
The
bad.
Jets. He was not here. Tyler Steen was here.
Why did I think he was here?
Oh.
All right, so he wasn't here.
And he was a tackle a year ago. Enough is new to where we're just being stubborn if we feel the need to compare this year to last year. Even if you wanted to compare it, you're comparing like apples and car engines are like moons. They're not the same. All right? Apples and bananas. You're not comparing the same things. I mean, they're both fruit, but they're not the same family. All right? A banana comes with its own little carrying case, but I find it to be gross. The apple, totally different fruit. All right? Yeah, you can like banana. I didn't tell you that. I said I find it to be gross. And the other
Just interesting. That's all.
there's not it's my least favorite fruit. Doesn't agree with me.
One of my favorites. They both go on trees. That's about it.
Yeah, but what did you like of them have to do with what we're talking about today?
I just found it interesting. I never heard them described the way that you did. I actually kind of liked it.
Well, either way, I find it to be gross that we're still doing this. Can't this year, now that we're about halfway, there's no perfect halfway anymore because there's 17 games. Can't we just judge this team based on its own merits and stop being stubborn? A week ago, we had people who corporate end up having to get rid of off the social media pages. You see, we're not like fully in control of our social media pages. Like, we are to a point. But like there's corporate people above us who like all those F-bombs that you wrote because Adam Schefter said at 5-2 there shouldn't be negativity. Now they're 6-2. There shouldn't be negativity at 6-2. I understand the part about the coach, and that one I can't fight you on. But there shouldn't be a lot of negativity when it comes to the players. So let's examine this real fast as well right now at this moment. Is Jalen Hurts playing well right now?
Yes.
Is Saquon playing well right now?
Wonderful.
Is Devontae Smith playing well right now?
Yep.
Are they getting a good push from that offensive line?
They are.
How about the
Wow.
young secondary?
Yeah.
Incredible.
How about the linebacker play?
Way better than I ever imagined.
Yep.
So through 8 games, what we're seeing is good football and, in a lot of spots, better football than we expected. Therefore, to me, we got to stop being stubborn. We have to fight back against being stubborn on this one and just admit, in my opinion, Ricky Bo, that this is a good football team and don't try to search for ways to get upset. If they upset us on their own merits, I'm sure we'll react to it.
If they upset us on the field, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think our focus has really turned to somebody else all the time. And look, I'm not even bringing up the name. But sometimes you just have to focus on what is actually happening on the field, regardless of the play calls, regardless of what's going on. You look at what's happening on the field. Are there a lot of good things happening with this Eagles team? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I know at the beginning of the season, Jalen wasn't Jalen. Well, Jalen is Jalen right now, managing the game, understanding what he can and can't do. And you have a back there who's second to Derrick Henry right now, and not by much. And that's pretty impressive in itself. This guy's leaping over people backwards. He's catching passes now. He missed that one big one earlier in the season, but that's forgotten now. It should be forgotten. It's a long time ago. And what we're seeing now is a team that's playing as a team, and they're starting to really kind of develop. That's the one thing I always look for is, like, game to game. Are they developing, like, in a positive manner? Because if they're doing that, then think about where the possibilities could be. Because you look at the last 4 games, you take away the certain situations from the certain person that we always talk about. You take away those situations, and the team has gotten incrementally better every single week.
Yep.
When that happens, you're going to end up with a really good team come week 12, week 13, and into the playoffs. This team's making the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
6-2,
I think the only question mark right now is if they win a division or not.
Yep.
And that's going to be a head-to-head battle is what I think that's going to end up being. If somehow you sweep the Commanders, hey, then you're in the driver's seat.
You likely only have to split.
Yeah, even with
Probably
a split, we'll see what happens in that situation. But I like the way the team's trending, and that's what we should be all about right now is what the positives are, and are they outweighing the bad on the field right now? And I would say 100% yes.
So what is with our stubbornness, though, to hold on to some of the negatives? And obviously, unless your team won a championship the year before, there's something negative from the year before that you could always choose to look at, but it's not like Howie Roseman stood pat. He made changes. Now, linebacker, it didn't change the way Howie anticipated it, and we'll see what he does as far as his trade deadline goes, because he thought Devin White was going to start,
right?
And they figure out. Instead, it's different guys, but the linebackers are different. He didn't run it back. He saw how slow that secondary was. Maddox, unfortunately, due to injuries, where I kind of feel bad, and Bradbury, due to losing a step. He got younger, faster guys to play there. He also said something, Howie, because we give credit when Howie does something well, and we rip Howie when Howie's wrong. He said that some of these young players are going to have to play and develop. Well, Jalen Carter is developing and playing at a high level. He's now beating double teams on a consistent basis all of a sudden in passing downs. Well, that wasn't happening last year. I think that we're being stubborn sometimes because I don't know if that makes us more Philadelphia. Does it make us more Philadelphia to kind of be down in the dumps, a little bit negative, a chip on our shoulders? Is that like just part of being us to where we don't, even though things are good right now, we don't want to act like it because, we don't want to get too high and we don't want to be too excited. We'd rather have an underdog mentality. We'd rather have a chip on our shoulder and feel disrespected. When in actuality, when you have this many star players, like they're 7.5-point favorites against Dallas right now on the road. Like you're not an underdog right now. You got a bunch of good football players, and Howie may add another one. I mean, even Dotson got in the mix. You got a lot of things going. And that's, by the way, without Mailata, who was selling Christmas albums on QVC, so you better be ready to come off the IR pretty quick on Friday night. Him and Connor Barwood on QVC selling the CD and the album version of the new Christmas album and some Christmas ornaments he was selling on QVC. I'm like, if you're good enough to go on QVC, you might as well throw a jersey on. Now, I recognize he's on the IR, so he can't, but he's got to be back soon. And they've done this without Goddard for the last 3 weeks.
Yes, they have.
And they're still taking care of their business.
Calcaterra has stepped in nicely.
It's shocking. He did nothing for his whole career. And then he probably realized this is my last chance to stick in the league. And he's making the most of it. So why should I be looking back, Silvana? Why should any of us be looking backwards?
I don't think that anyone should. I think it just makes no sense. It's not logical to do it, but I think so many people are so fixated on their made-up opinions of Nick Sirianni and the fact that they want him fired. How many times have we heard it yesterday? How many times have we heard it so far this season? People don't want him. People want him fired. They want him fired now. So I think, honestly, that's the biggest thing, is that they're not happy with the head coach, despite the fact that they are 6-2, and this team looks so different than last season. They're actually getting turnovers. They're limiting turnovers. You got great secondary. You got great linebackers. Your offense is nice and balanced. Play calling really isn't an issue anymore compared to last year. They're so much different. But people still, I think, are so fixated on the fact that they brought back Nick Sirianni when majority did not want him back. And now he's still, every now and again, making bonehead decisions, just not logical decisions. And people already don't like him as a coach. Sometimes maybe people don't like his personality. That's a big issue. So I think they're so fixated on the fact that we still have the same coach from last year. Therefore, I'm expecting this all to go downhill again until he gets fired. I think they just want him fired.
Maybe we should separate coach and team.
But
you can't necessarily do that. Is the